more to the house. Guys, karibuni sana hapa Mutembei. Habari yako?
Nzuri sana.
Kwa majina kamili kwa wale ambao hawakujui.
My name is Brian Oguna. Yes.
Oguna alizaliwa pande gani ya Kenya?
I come from Siaya County. Yes, in South Game Kambare. Correct. Yes.
Unaona huko mnatesa na kuna wenye bado hawakubaliani na uongozi ya Kenya.
Yeah, uongozi ya Kenya, of course there are people with different ideas. So kuna wenye wanakubaliana nao, kuna wenye wanapingana nao, but ni haki yao kidemokrasia. Unaweza kubali, unaweza kataa, yote inakubalika. Yes.
Ya leo hii tumekuja kwa hii event yako kabla tuendelee mbali sana. Maybe tueleze tu just
Yeah, so today we were hosting an event known as Youth Focus. Yeah, Youth Focus is basically a 480-minute platform dedicated to inspire, empower, enlighten young people to become agents of change across Kenyan communities. Yeah, so we were featuring, of course, guest artists. We had a panel discussion on mental health. This event basically targets to help or rather solve some of the major challenges affecting young people in this century. These challenges are drugs and substance abuse. These challenges are high rates of crime. These challenges are identity crisis. People don't know mtu ajui kama ni mwanaume ama ni dem. So we are trying to have conversations around this so that young people can overcome whatever things that hinder their advancement. Yes.
Do you think the high cost of living that right now Kenyans are facing could give is the result of other people engaging in crime?
Absolutely. Whenever you don't give people something to eat, people will now begin eating or preying on one another because there's no means. So the high cost of living is a major contributor. Whenever you have high cost of living, you also have an increase in gang-related activities. Utapata tuko na magang, tuko na magaza, tuko na nini. These gangs are sprouting because of poverty, because of lack of a better word. They can't put food on top of the table. So poverty is a major, or high cost of living is a major contributor to everything that is facing young people in terms of gang-related activities and crime and any other thing that you may choose to attach to it. Yeah.
As a mentor, what do you think is the major challenges that is really facing most youth in Kenya?
The major challenges facing most of young people is that, like I've told you, youth right now, they have low self-esteem. There's that low self-worth. They are misunderstood at home, in the community, in the country. That is why we understood to the fact that if you look at the social composition of young people, tushasema crime. If you look at the political composition of young people, they don't vote, whereas they're supposed to be voting. And all this is contributed by the fact that we have lack of mentorship, we have lack of role models. So this country also is suffering because young people are missing role models. And that is what we are doing, that is what we are keen on. We are keen on putting up a platform that will mentor and nurture the next generation of leaders. And we believe that it's a continuous process. And we believe that, yeah, the government has its work, but we must implement whatever the government does. We must not always agree. As CDOs, as NGOs, we have that moral responsibility to complement whatever work that they do. Yeah. So, what was the question again?
Let's go to the other one.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, now that you mentioned people with disability, is it really easy to work with those people? Because some people that are physically fit tend to fear them a lot.
I might say that persons with disability, from my experience, they suffer from that self-esteem for them is twice more as compared to a different enabled person. So it's about understanding. It's about coming up with programs that meet their needs. It's about understanding their challenges. It's about understanding the need to include them in social platforms. And that is why in Youth Focus, this event you saw today, we had someone with disability in the panel discussion.
Yes.
Our chief guest is someone with disability, right? And we also have a strong delegation of persons with disability because we are trying to understand their challenges and we are trying to have safe breeding spaces for them to develop, grow their potential, grow their talents, and also develop their abilities to lead and become agents of change across Kenyan communities. Yeah.
Do you think the government could be neglecting persons with disability?
At some point, they do neglect them, but when you say neglecting, we need to be specific because I think it is the government's mandate to provide healthcare, to provide education, to provide other services, transportation. But I think there's neglect because if you do a survey right now, there are very few transportation industries that are even inclusive. Ukienda matatu saizi, matatu ngapi zitachukua mlemavu hadi tao? Wakiona wheelchair wanasema weka mbali. Even today in this church, we didn't have a ramp for someone with disability, right? So young, and if you look at places, marketing places, where they go to buy commodities, we don't have disability compliant latrines. We don't have ramps, so they're also locked out of a lot of things. So yeah, there's still that disparity, but I believe that with goodwill and cultivated relationship across social sectors, that can be worked on.
Okay, Raila Odinga endorsed Tim Wanyoni as the next governor 2027. Do you think it will be advantageous to people living with disability if Tim Wanyoni wins the seat?
Yeah, I think Tim Wanyoni is a brilliant man, and he is one person that has proven that disability is not an ability. And I think he's able, and I think moving forward, we need to reward people owing to their ability, not because they've been fronted as well. We need to develop that chutzpah, or rather, let me say, the testicular fortitude to give people a chance based on their own, based on their own qualifications. Yes.
Now that we've worked with so many of them, do you think that they should be given positions in the government?
Of course, they should be given positions in government. The constitution says that they have 5%. For example, if you look at the nomination roles that they need to have access across the counties, they need to be given that. And unfortunately, this is not happening because unaona mtu si mlemavu, but sasa yeye anarepresent walemavu. Yeah, so persons with disability needs to be empowered to make their own political decisions and to chart their own political future because they understand what they go through. Yeah, I don't believe in someone who is able-bodied purporting to understand everything that affects someone with disability. They need to be empowered to participate on equal measures like able-bodied people. Yeah.
Okay, being that you've really worked and you've interacted with so many of them, convince Kenyans that they should not be afraid of these people and they should be given a chance to have better jobs, especially in the offices. Because some people tend to think that people living with disabilities are only fit as shoe shiners, those kind of jobs.
Yeah, I think we need to understand that persons with disability are our own family. Some of these people are our brothers, some of these people are our cousins, some of these people are our relatives. So we cannot discriminate based on that fact. It's just common sense. I mean, let us give each and every person an opportunity that they deserve to thrive in a community that they choose, regardless of the work that they want to do. It's just morally upright to do that, to support each and every person. So Kenyans across should begin bringing. It's actually shameful. You find that kuna mzazi akona mtoto akona ulemavu amemficha kwa nyumba, aibu, sijui anaona aibu gani. Yeah, disability is not inability. Watoto watolewe nje, let them be empowered, let them be given opportunities. Yeah, that way they'll be able to live up to the standards and be contributors. We will not be now struggling to give them allocations, include them in leadership. They'll be contributing because they're well able to.
Okay, persons with disabilities are complaining that the government have given people that are physically fit their positions. What can you advise the government?
That is outright corruption because the law is very clear. If you have not have any disability, you should not actually get a seat for someone with disability. I think those people who have disability seats, and let's say you are not visually impaired, but you have a blind man's position, I think the young people should get really angry right now, and they should now make you blind, so that even if you're there, you qualify for that seat. Not that you steal that seat, you qualify for it. If you are walking and you're taking a place of someone with physical challenge, we now need to break your legs so that you are actually crippled, so that when you get that chance, it's okay.
Okay, talk to those parents wenye wako na watoto living with disability na wameweka hao watoto ndani ya nyumba, hawataki hao watoto waweze kuhusiana na watoto wengine to interact with those other kids.
That damages the children. It hinders their development. They should understand that children needs a sense of belonging. They need to be accepted. They need to be approved, and they should try out various avenues like play groups that can empower persons with disability. So parents should just get their children out there, should give them the necessary support, and should not discriminate on their own children. Usifiche mtoto ati akona ulemavu. Mtoto ni Mungu analeta. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir, and see you next time. I'm so much grateful.
Thank you, sir. All right.